everyone, I'm Tanaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of December 22nd. Well, actually, it'll be my last forecast for 2019. I will be taking a short break, but I'll be back in the new year on January 5th to deliver more cosmic headlines for you. But in the meantime, if you want to know what is happening in 2020, I have a video presentation that I've created. It's about an hour long. I take you on a journey through the major planetary alignments and cosmic energies that 2020 brings. I'll put a link below. It's on my Vimeo account. I'll put a link in the description box if you would like to watch that. I'll take you through the year and then give you a snapshot as well of each month and the energy that it holds. So if you're interested, link in the description box. But let me get started with this week coming up. On the 25th, we have, or the 26th, depending on your time zone, we have a solar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn. This is a potent energy, and while it is harmonious, there is a lot of harmonious energy around this solar eclipse. Sometimes when we have this potent eclipse energy, we can feel a little tense, a little anxious because the energy is heightened. So yes, it is harmonious and beautiful, and this eclipse really has some lovely energy around it, but things might just feel a little heightened. This eclipse, as you may have noticed, falls when many of us are celebrating the holidays. I know not everybody, but a lot of people are celebrating the holidays around this time, December 25th, 26th. So if it's making you feel a little bit nervous, I want you to know that this eclipse carries energy that feels very supportive. There are two major themes with this eclipse. So all solar eclipses, all of them, open a portal to a new pathway, a new place of being. If you imagine your life as a tree, a solar eclipse opens up a new branch on that tree, a new branch that you get to walk down and experience, and a new opportunity. So it really is beautiful. Events that happen around eclipse time are very often believed to be fated, aligned with our soul destiny. So there's this beautiful quality when we have a solar eclipse. And we have this chance to plant seeds for our future, to set intentions, to set wishes, to think about what it is that we want to create and bring into our lives. However, because this is an eclipse, there's also this room that we have to allow for the universe to bring us what it is that our soul needs and desires, which may not always be what our ego wants to write on our goal lists. So if you would like to create goals or wishes or set intentions on this day, I strongly suggest that you do, but I also suggest that you try to stay open, try to stay unattached, try to, be open to receiving whatever gifts the universe wants to bring your way, or whatever seeds want to be planted on this day. And, this is the stage where we're planting seeds. It's not that this new pathway is going to open up and you're going to have all the answers and all the pathway will be there. It's more just the seed will be planted for this new energy, for this new direction of your life to take hold. And if you would like some guidance on how to create some intentions while staying open and in a place of receiving, to receive from the universe, I have a ritual that will help you with that. I'll put a link below. So it is a beautiful solar eclipse opening a new pathway. The other energy that is attached to this eclipse, or the other theme that we'll experience from this eclipse, is an ability to transcend family karma or family drama. A lot of us are spending time with family this time of year anyway, or maybe we're thinking about family, or maybe if we have difficulties in our family, it tends to be heightened around this time, or maybe makes us feel more emotional if we're experiencing, the holiday season without a loved one there. It can also be quite an emotional time. So this eclipse is helping us to transcend some of that energy. And if you are going to be around family at this time, you can use this to maybe lean in or move deeper into those triggers, those things that trigger us, that our family do or say. If we can try to become more aware, if we can try to, think about the things that trigger us and what emotion is underneath all of that, and how we can approach this emotion from a more mindful state or a more mindful place. I know it's really difficult, but just having some awareness around those triggers and where they might be coming from, and what beliefs or things that we're holding on to that just no longer need to be a part of our belief system, our thought system, or attached to our heart anymore. So this eclipse will really be helping with that. It's got a wonderful, like I mentioned, sort of supportive quality that will sort of wrap you in a warm blanket and support you through this time. So it's a really, really nice energy. And then following that, on the 27th, we have the Sun aligning with Jupiter. Traditionally in astrology, this is known as the luckiest day of the year. So really beautiful energy as we wrap up 2019. And it's been a challenging year, so this will feel quite welcomed. We'll be able to kind of relax, breathe a sigh of relief, and just sort of sail on into 2020. Now, I will talk more about this when I return, but I just want to give you a heads up because we might start feeling this energy as we enter the first part of January. So this solar eclipse that we have this week starts eclipse season. So eclipse season is beginning, and we have another eclipse coming up on January 10th. It's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Cancer. This eclipse carries heightened, sensitive, emotional energy. While the solar eclipse at the end of December is harmonious and has lots of sort of beautiful, supportive energy, this eclipse feels a little bit more, how should I say, maybe heavy, maybe like that emotional feeling. It falls in the sign of Cancer. We'll be feeling a little bit sensitive. Maybe our intuition will be heightened. Maybe we'll be feeling that sort of need to protect ourselves or to look after ourselves. A lunar eclipse, and how it's a little bit different to a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse clears a pathway for us. So you know how I mentioned that the solar eclipse is like a new branch on that tree? Well, if one side of this tree grows a new branch, something's got to give somewhere else, right? And that's what the lunar eclipse comes in and does. It clears something from our lives. And as I mentioned, eclipses are fated. They bring things that are aligned with our soul path, with our soul journey. So the things that eclipses clear or complete or let go or release, from the things that we're encouraged to do, of that nature under a lunar eclipse, are often things that are necessary for our soul growth and our soul journey. It's just that our human selves sometimes have a hard time dealing with that, processing that, and maybe need to play a little bit of catch up. And that's why lunar eclipses can sometimes feel a little bit heavy or a little bit jarring or a little bit intense. So we have this lunar eclipse coming up in January on the 10th. It is a bit more intense, and we might be feeling that, especially if you feel the full moon a couple of days before it arrives. You'll feel this. You'll feel this need to really release, to really surrender, to really allow the universe to work its magic, to elevate your soul to that new level, to that next sort of place of being for you and your soul journey. January is a real power month in 2020. There's so much going on, but I'll talk more about that when I return. And like I said, if you want to get a heads up on all of these energies for 2020, I have my video in the link description below. It's on Vimeo. You can check that out as well. But, overall, I think you're really going to love 2020. Its energy feels very different. It doesn't feel like the last couple of years. It feels different. There's a different quality to it. And I think overall it's going to be a year where we can really awaken, level up, rise up, step onto a new path, even in a bigger way. So we have big energies coming up with these eclipses. I will be back on January 5th. I just want to thank you all so very much for your support, your comments, or your lovely support over the years. It just means so much to me. Thank you to all of you. You are what make this possible. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I wish you and your families and loved ones a wonderful and safe holiday season and a beautiful, healthy, abundant start to 2020, or all through 2020. So I am Tanaz from Forever Conscious. You can stay up to date with anything I've talked about here by visiting foreverconscious.com. I will still be posting here and there, but I will be trying to slow down and take a break and spend time with my family over this period. So thank you so much. I will see you in 2020.